f'elezzjoni s-soltu f'Malta isa tellieqa bejn żewġ tiżwiemel.
Usually elections in Malta is nothing but a race between two horses.
Wieħed aħmar u
One
ieħor
of
blu.
them has a red color, the other has a blue color.
U jekk inti ma tridx il-blu,
And if you don't want blue,
trid bil-fors tivvota għall-aħmar.
you are forced to vote for red.
U jekk ma tridx l-aħmar,
And if you don't
is-soltu
want red,
trid tivvota il-blu.
normally you have to vote for blue.
Mela mhux għażla għandek il-oppost, jekk ma tridx il-wieħed trid bil-fors tivvota l-ieħor.
It's not really a choice. If you don't want one, you will have to vote for the other one.
Mela għażla fis-sistema preżenti m'għandekx.
Under this present system, you don't really have a choice.
U għaliex m'għandekx?
Why don't you have a choice?
Għax hekk tħares lejhom sew dawn iż-żewġ tiżwiemel,
Because if you look properly at these two horses,
fir-realtà
in reality,
huma l-istess żiemel,
they are the same horse.
joffru l-istess affarijiet.
They do the same things.
Forsi għandhom rikkieba differenti ma l-istess żiemel.
They might have different riders, but it's the
Liberalizmu
same
biss qed
horse.
joffru tal-pajjiż.
All they offer is liberalism.
Alla m'għandekx għażla mhux vera.
So you don't really have a choice. It's not true.
Din id-darba
This time round,
ħajkun hemm żiemel ieħor ħajħu sew.
there will be another horse that is in the race.
U da żiemel
And this horse,
ejja nsemmuh
let us call it
Lion Heart. Qalb tal-jum.
a lion heart.
U ejja nħarsu daqsxejn lejn dawn iż-żwiemel. Ejja nħarsu daqsxejn lejn dawn iż-żwiemel.
Let us look a little bit at these horses.
Iż-żiemel il-blu biex niftehmu
The blue horse
bħalissa
right now
daqsxejn zopp, daqsxejn
is a bit lame.
ma tantxu kapaċi jasal.
It doesn't really know how to get there.
Għandu leadership
It has a leadership
daqqa jieħdu law,
that sometimes goes to the left.
la ta' jieħdu lem,
Tomorrow it will go to the right.
u forsi għada jieħdu lemmek ukoll.
And maybe the day after it will go back.
Żiemel
A horse
maqsum fit-tlieta fir-Repubblika dawk ta' Delija insomma tafu mex.
that is actually split up into three different factions.
Mela da żiemel mhux kapaċi jiġri f'linja diretta u jgħid aħna qed noffru hekk.
So this horse doesn't know how to move forward and say, look, we are saying only this.
Is-żiemel ieħor l-aħmar
The other horse, the red horse,
maqsum fit-tlieta wkoll.
is also split into three
Mhux
different
imbelli
factions.
jgħidu maqsum fit-tlieta wkoll.
It doesn't matter what they say to you. The truth is that it's split up into three different factions.
U jekk mhux tieħdu l-kelma tiegħi biss, araw x'ħareġ fis-survey ta' dalodu stess.
And don't take my word for it, but look at the survey that was published this morning.
Ma tantx qed jiġri sew ma tantx qed jiġri sew da żiemel.
This horse is frankly not running well at all.
U fej ftit ġimgħat ilu kien for granted, ħajjerbaħa din l-elezzjoni, ħajjerbaħa bil-fors.
And a few weeks ago, it was so convinced that it was going to get the winning title at the election.
Jiena ngħidu oqgħod attent,
I say to him, be careful,
għax dawk in-nies li qed jitilqu lill-Partit Laburista
because those people who are forsaking the Malta Labour Party,
mhux jien qed ngħidha intom qed tgħiduha.
I'm not the one saying it, you are saying it.
Ble xieren ta' eluf qed jitilqu.
Tens of thousands of people are leaving the Malta Labour Party.
Fej qabel kellkom 80,000 minn quddiem.
Before, you used to have 80,000 of a surplus,
Kont is-survey tagħkom stess.
according to your own survey.
Nofshom diġà telqukom.
Half of them have already gone off.
Mela mhux ta' b'xejn inkwetati hemm ġew ukoll.
So they are very worried in there.
Mela għandna żewġ tiżwiemel
So we have two horses.
qed joffru l-istess ħaġa
They're
lilna
offering the same thing to us.
wieħed żgur mhux kapaċi jasal
One of them really is not able to get to the finishing line at all.
u l-ieħor qed jaqta' nifsu kull ġurnata.
And the other one is hardly breathing every single day.
Donna qabdu l-Covid ukoll da Żiemel.
And I think this horse even caught COVID-19.
Ħanaraw għaliex hemm bżonn partit bħal Abba.
Let us look into why we need a political party like ABBA.
Abba huwa partit Kristjan.
ABBA is a Christian political party.
U għaliex hemm bżonn partit Kristjan?
Why is there a need for a Christian political party?
Għax hekk tħarsu lejn it-tnejn l-oħrajn
Because if you looked at the other two parties,
kienu b'saħħithom,
they were strong.
kienu żwiemel b'saħħithom
They were strong horses.
meta kellhom
When
twemmin Kristjan ukoll.
they had Christian beliefs.
Jekk tisma' il-kliem tal-ikbar ġoki li kellu l-Partit Nazzjonalista,
If you listen to the words of the top guy at the Nationalist Party,
jgħiduli li Ferek Adami
they would tell me that Fenek Adami
kien jisma' qudiesa u jitqarben kuljum.
used to go to Mass and used to take communion every single day.
Il-logo tal-Partit Nazzjonalista kien
The Nationalist Party logo used to be
Religio et Patria.
Religio et Patria.
Il-reliġjon u l-pajjiż.
The religion and the country.
Ejdu l-lum jekk il-Partit Nazzjonalista huwiex demo-Kristjan, għax jsejħu lulhom infushom demo-Kristjani.
They call themselves demo-Christians, but really, are they demo-Christians?
Meta għandhom nies fihom stess
When they have people internally
li jridu bil-forsi daħlu
who forcefully want to bring in
dak li huwa abborrenti lil Kristu lil Alla,
that which is abhorrent to Christ, to God,
jgħidu ħaġa
they say one thing,
u llum jagħmlu l-oppost, jiffirmaw għall-abort mhux imbilli jgħidu qed jiffirmaw għall-abort quddiem għajnejkom.
and today they are doing the exact opposite and they are signing for abortion. It doesn't matter what they tell you.
Jekk tara il-ġoki tal-Partit Laborista sal-ikbar wieħed Grech Mintoff,
If you look at the jockey of the Malta Labour Party, the greatest one, Grech Mintoff,
morru fitxu fuq il-videos, mhux il-klim tiegħu, il-klim tagħhom stess.
look him up on the YouTube videos, their own video content,
U tisimgħu jgħidilkom,
and you can hear it for yourselves.
ma tistax tkun laborista u ma timxix wara Kristu.
He used to say you cannot be with the Malta Labour Party and not run after Christ Jesus.
Illum l-oppost.
Today it's the exact opposite.
Abba jemmen li dal-pajjiż huwa minsus fuq it-twemmin Kristjan. Ara l-bandira Maltija jekk għandu x-salib.
Abba believes that this country is founded upon Christianity. You can take a look at our flag or the national anthem.
Ara l-innu Malti jekk hux talba lil Kristu, lil Alla.
Look at the national anthem that is actually a prayer to God himself.
Ara il-Kostituzzjoni ta' Malta, l-aqwa liġi ta' Malta li jintom qegħdin tiksru.
Take a look at the Maltese constitution, the highest law of the land which you yourselves are breaking.
It-tieni artiklu wara isimna u fej qegħdin f'pożizzjoni qegħdin fil-mappa jgħidlek li Malta huwa pajjiż Kristjan.
The second article in the constitution of Malta tells you that Malta is a Christian nation.
Il-Partit Laborista u l-Partit Nazzjonalista
The Malta Labour Party and the Nationalist Party
telqu it-twemmin, telqu il-kolonna, telqu il-pediment ta' fuq xiex inhuma mibnija.
completely forsook the foundation upon which the political parties have been built.
Aħna nemnu,
We believe,
anzi, aħna il-membri kollha ta' Abba,
all of us members of ABBA,
aħna nies spiritwali.
we are spiritual people.
Xi tfisser tkun spiritwali?
What does it even mean to be spiritual?
Tfisser li hemm in-naħa materjali
It means that there is the material side
u n-naħa spiritwali.
and the spiritual side.
U n-naħa spiritwali aħna marbutin ma' Kristu.
We are bound to Christ in our spiritual aspect.
Għalhekk aħna nemmnu li hemm bżonn partit Kristjan.
That is why we believe that there is a need for a Christian party.
Għax meta jkollok leader bħal Joseph Muscat li jgħidlek
Because if you have a leader like Joseph Muscat who would say to you,
għax l-abbort huwa mix-xitan.
because abortion is of the devil.
Taf x'għamillu Alla?
Do you know what God did to Joseph?
Ejdu li intom x'għamillu fi
You tell me in a few days.
Għaġtu l-barra.
He was taken down.
Issa l-istess ħaġa qed tiġri lill-Partit Nazzjonalista.
Now that's exactly what's happening to the Nationalist Party.
Dawk li suppost qed jirrappreżentawna hemmhekk
Those who are supposed to be representing us up there
abbandunaw it-twemmin fundamentali tal-Maltin.
have abandoned the fundamental beliefs of the Maltese people.
Malta spiċċat grey listed
Malta ended up becoming grey-listed.
fil-pajjiż kollu l-ekonomija qiegħda tikkrolla.
All of the nation, our economy is collapsing.
Iż-żewġ partiti
Both political parties
ħallew ruħhom tinxtara mill-Unjoni Ewropea u bijaw l-identità Maltija.
allowed their soul to be purchased by the European Union and sold Maltese identity over to them.
Taħsbu li hija koinċidenza
Do you think that this is just a coincidence?
li Roberta Metsola mill-Partit Nazzjonalista tawa l-aqwa jobs fl-Unjoni Ewropea.
That Roberta Metsola from the Nationalist Party was given a top job in the European Union.
U l-Helena Dalli
And Helena Dalli
biħet it-twemmin kollu tal-Partit Laburista.
completely sold away the belief of the Labour Party.
Għax il-Partit Laburista dejjem kien hemm mal-pajjiż Malta l-ewwel u qabel kollox.
Because the Labour Party was always there for the country, with Malta being its top priority.
Taħsbu intom li l-Ewropa, l-Unjoni Ewropea, b'koinċidenza straw ir-ruħ tal-Partit Nazzjonalista u l-Partit Laburista u jibqgħu jiktbunna u jgħidulna mhux vera, imma aħna nafu li huwa vera.
Do you think that it's just a coincidence that the EU purchased the soul of the Labour Party and the Nationalist Party? We know it's not true.
Jien ngħidilkom li fl-elezzjoni li jmiss
I tell you that in the next elections,
Malta qiegħda fuq xifer.
Malta is on the edge.
U jekk ħanibqgħu mexjin fit-triq li mexjin issa, diġà wasalna grey listed, diġà wasalna l-ekonomija mkissra, diġà switchajna skjavi.
We have already been grey-listed. Our economy is collapsing. We have already been enslaved.
Jew naslu bil-aqal,
We either choose responsibly,
jew naslu lil Malta,
we either choose Malta,
jew naslu lit-tfal tagħna,
we either choose our own children,
jew ħanibqgħu nivvotaw blu jew aħmar
or we're gonna keep on voting blue or red,
bl-iskuża li demmi blu jew demmi aħmar.
saying, oh, my blood is red or oh, my blood is blue.
Anka aħna demma aħmar u demna blu ta' imma aħmar u blu imħallat vjola jiġi u Malta tiġi qabel kull partit. Għalhekk aħna tlaqna mill-partiti tagħna.
We are also red and blue. If you mix red and blue, it becomes purple, and that's who we are.
Mela jiena ngħid dawk li qegħdin hawnhekk qudiemna diġà konvinti.
You who are here in front of us, I know that you're already convinced.
Imma dawk li ħajarawna fuq il-video
Those who will watch us via video
iktar tard
later on,
ngħidilhom aħna laburisti u nazzjonisti bħalkom tlaqna mill-ħażen għax dak li huwa llum imsejjaħ Partit Laburista u dak li llum huwa msejjaħ Partit Nazzjonalista mhuwiex il-Partit Laburista u l-Partit Nazzjonalista li aħna nafu.
I tell you that we are also Labour and Nationalist supporters who have left our political parties because they are not what they used to be.
Aħna rridu ir-regni lura f'dan il-pajjiż.
We want leadership to be restored to this nation.
Jekk temmen fl-indipendenza, jekk temmen fil-Freedom Day f'jum il-ħelsien.
If you believe in independence, if you believe in Freedom Day,
oqgħod attent ħafna fl-għażla li ħatamel fl-elezzjoni li jmiss.
be very careful how you will vote in the next elections.
Tlieta għażliet hemm, tlieta hemm.
There are only 3 choices.
Jew tivvota mal-partit tradizzjonali jgħidulna li huma l-partit il-kbar.
They tell us that this is a major party.
Jien ħlift narhom niżlin bħalissa mhux qed nara x'kbar.
I'm seeing them as a declining party. Where is their greatness?
Il-Partit Nazzjonalista spiċċa b'25% u 25% tan-nies ma jridux jivvotaw l-ebda minnhom.
The Nationalist Party has ended up with 25% according to the polls, and these people in the gap don't even want to vote for either of them.
U għall-ewwel darba l-Partit Laburista niżel taħt il-50% ukoll.
And for the first time in a long time, the Malta Labour Party has actually come under the 50%.
Xieren ta' luf ta' votanti laburisti għax ma jemnux fid-direzzjoni li ħal-Partit Laburista.
Is losing tens of thousands of voters because they no longer believe in
U
them.
qed jippruvaw jixtru l-voti
And they are trying to purchase votes.
fej qatt kienet li l-pensjonanti ttieħ 200 euro mhux issa x'ġejja l-elezzjoni tipprova tixtri l-voti panika għandhom.
When was this even a thing where you would give 200 euros to pension to elderly people in Malta to purchase their vote?
Mela jew tivvota skont it-tradizzjoni, imma konaf li jekk ħadd tivvota l-istess nies niżla hemm.
If you vote by tradition, you ought to know that that political party is only gonna be on the decline.
Jew ħatħalli l-vot fil-kexxu u ma tivvota lil ħadd. U xorta ħejtra huma.
If you store the vote and place it in your drawer, they're still gonna be elected.
Jew inkella tisma' l-kuxjenza.
Otherwise, listen to your conscience.
Tisma' il-leħen li għandek ġewwa fik.
Listen to the voice within that says to you,
jeħtieġ bidla u direzzjoni ġdida f'dan il-pajjiż.
there is the need for a change of direction in this country.
Kunu parti mill-bidla ta' dan il-pajjiż.
Become part of the change in this nation.
Użaw dak il-vot biex issawtu lill-partiti li suppost jirrappreżentawkom imma jaħdmu kontrikom.
Use that vote to come against those who are stealing your own rights.
Ħadd ma jista' jagħmel ħsara daqs dawn it-tnejn.
Nobody can do as much damage as the Labour Party and the Nationalist Party.
Saqsu
Nobody.
lilkom infuskom għandna oppożizzjoni f'dan pajjiż.
Ask yourselves, do we have opposition in Malta?
Għandna gvern li minflok jgħin il-pajjiż jassar in-nies u jkisser l-ekonomija.
Do we have a government that instead of helping the nation actually brings the economy into a collapse?
Din l-elezzjoni li jmiss ħatkun l-iktar elezzjoni importanti li Malta għandha bżonn tirbaħ.
This coming election is the most important election that Malta needs to win.
Aħna omna bla biża.
We stood up fearlessly.
Ħassejna lajta.
We heard the call.
U issa nitolbu lilkom
And now we are asking you,
biex anke intom tħossu lajta
if you feel the call,
ivvotaw lil partit Abba fl-elezzjoni li jmiss
Vote for Partit Abba in the next elections
ħalli l-bidla li Malta għandha bżonn
so that the change that Malta desperately needs
tibda bis-serjetà ħalli Malta terġa' tirkupra lura id-dinjetà li ħaqqa.
starts seriously so that Malta recuperates the dignity that it is worthy of.
Alla jberikkom, grazzi ħafna tal-li kontu maħna l-lum.
God bless you. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you.